As soon as I saw the following clip, I thought, damn, that's Cole Kortner's future. It made me laugh my ass off. It's now time for King Gootu's weekly address. Got a email from Jose1382, who had the same experience I did, where they saw a black box right on my wall. We both saw black boxes right on our wall, and it was like 8 inches by 8 inches, and he was asking me what it means, and I really don't know. But the funny thing is, we had the exact same experience because we both saw it out of our peripheral vision, and once we looked at it, once we turned our head to look at it, it was gone. Furthermore, I saw Lorian, aka Commander Thor, aka Reptoid Wizard, for the second time. He looks like a loving sea turtle. I was able to see him because I was up for 20 plus hours, and the reason why the pineal gland is more active when you've been awake for a long time is because the ego drops significantly when you've been awake for a long time. So Lorian, Commander Thor, whatever, he looks like a loving sea turtle wearing a red robe, and sometimes he carries a staff in his hand which he bangs against the grid lines of your aura. Furthermore, something I noticed. I don't know what it is, but I seem to get along very well with older female Pleiadians, citing Yolanda Bailey, Captain Kitty Bum Report, and this woman who works at Walgreens as my examples. Captain Kitty Bum Report changed her name to Royalty Broadcasting, then she changed her name to That Rothschild Broad, and then she changed her name to That's What She Said, and basically I believe that she's the one who wrote me that love letter, quote unquote love letter. I wouldn't really call that a love letter, that was more of a thank you for existing type of letter. Because I'm going to, in the future, I'm going to rule over the humans in America, right? So I'm going to be a person in a position of high authority. So I figured I'd start, saying quotes so that way people in the future can, like, jot what I say down. Okay, here's my first quote. They replaced community with society, harmony with controlled insanity, and whole people with thoughtless drones. Hyphen King Gootu. Here's the question I've been pondering lately. How would we act differently if the Saturnians did not control all of our chakras with the exception of our heart chakra? For those that don't know, the Saturnians control all of our chakras except our heart chakra. So my question is, how would we act differently if the Saturnians did not control them? The reason why I want Danny as my wife instead of Melanie is because Danny satisfies my natal chart. My north node is in Pisces, which means that I'm attracted to sickly women. And Danny is very sweet, sickly, because she has about 6 autoimmune disorders going on. And she's gorgeous and loving and intelligent because she's a long-time subscriber of Goo. I've been sick for like a month now, and I think it has to do with some sort of purification. I've had all kinds of symptoms, from coughing to kidney pain to my right foot no longer rolls, so I walk with a limp. Next thing, someone said to me, sent me a message that said, if you say JSX fast, you get Jesus. JSX, 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 JSX. Not really, but I see what you're saying. Because after all, Christopher Columbus is Jesus. And you know, I found the video where JSX contradicts himself. It's called Open Awareness. It's a company he's funding.
And what I do is I do volunteer work for Open Awareness, which is a new business, and their business is helping other people. Michelle M. Davis is the sole proprietor, and she's about to turn this into something really awesome. And she's in the process of it. I'm doing everything I can to help. So I take everything I do, it just turns around and goes right to her. There's now Open Awareness, a business that's literally taking care of animals, people. The money that comes in, as a matter of fact, the money that I get, I put into Open Awareness.
I thought he needed to eat. Typical lying Freemason. So he obviously did not come to YouTube to tell the truth. He came to YouTube to have a revolution. Remember, the revolution is like a revolver gun where you just keep going in circles. That's why Corey Taylor from Stone Sour says, you want a revolution, but I want the fucking truth. Because the truth sets you free. The revolution just replaces the Masonic leader with another Masonic leader. The word leader breaks down to red L. It's the same reason why Taylor Swift has an album called Red, because when you look at the Minoan frescoes, the men are painted red and the women are painted white, meaning that the women, which is the moon, can only represent the sun, the men, glory. So women can only represent men's glory, or the moon can only represent the sun's glory. So it's an insult to women. So yes, Taylor Swift is putting down women by saying that she is red, and also by Taylor Swift saying that she is red, she's saying that she's a male Masonic god, which is because she's really possessed by a Naga serpent. And I found out more on Katy Perry, which is that Katy Perry is like basically she's possessed half the time by a tall gray and the rest of the time by a Naga serpent. And then JSX always uses vague terms. He calls the Queen of England Anunnaki, even though we all know she's an insectilian, which has been verified by the 13th Son and Sarah Adams. And what is interesting is that Sarah Adams has never heard of JSX, which makes me laugh. But she's heard of me. She knows all about me, the king of all ascending reptilians. I was asking Tribune Riddlemeyer, the Draconian, if there's a queen of all ascending reptilians, and he said there is. Then I realized I really don't want that, because do I really want a reptilian girlfriend slash wife, or do I want someone who has become love? Because reptiles really aren't that loving, and I have been so unloved my entire life that I really don't want a cold soul. I'd rather have one of those fat girls who looks at you the way she looks at a ham sandwich. Say what's on my mind real quick. Okay, before I forget any of this, JSX comes to YouTube to start a business called Open Awareness. For him, it was about business from day one. And I forgot one of his past lives where he was Pythagoras, as in Pythagorean theorem. And Pythagoras was known to be a dick who stole off his students, and we already know he was Christopher Columbus, and Christopher Columbus Day is October 13th. 13. So we know who he really is. He's there for business. He's not there for ascension. And he says he's a reptilian, and I'm the king of all ascending reptilians. So if he thinks he is ascending, and he thinks he's going to come to YouTube, to my territory, and not even fucking introduce himself to me, he's got another fucking thing coming. And I don't give a shit what anyone says. How the fuck do you just show up on YouTube, you start talking all this Mason half-truth jargon like Sasquatch and Bigfoot and all that bullshit, when I'm already running game on that whole area on YouTube, and he's gonna come on YouTube and pretend that he's conscious when, I mean, if he's conscious, why don't he make the videos I do? Like, why don't he, like, say, oh, you're from this home planet, or you're from that home planet? Why doesn't he do that? Why does he turn the comments off? Oh, because I'm tearing his ass apart. Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's another person pretending to be me. Keeps pretending to be me. Well, I got a challenge for him. Humans are 24, there's 24 types of aliens that humans are. Why don't you list them all off and show the pictures of them? Because I've got about, like, 10 of them done. Why don't he do that if he's, conscious? That's the challenge. Oh, that's right, he's just about his business open awareness. I'm the only person. Everyone's pretending to be me. I'm gonna get all these Vatican devils. Before I go, I'm gonna get all these Vatican devils. You gotta pay for your lies. I think I'm more respected by the Draconians and the Jinn than someone like a JSX, because I came here to teach. I came here to really decalcify minds and decalcify pineal glands. And JSX says that his crank up will evolve your mind. Yeah, so will a math class.